Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're well. It's Ben Cooper here, the primary principal at the Academy, and this is my fourth vlog. It's been an amazing week, and I know many of you have felt the same. It's been brilliant to see our foundation stage students now completing their first week of full-time education. I'm sure there's a lot of tired children at the end of this week who are still getting used to the longer hours. But certainly the staggered starts and the shorter periods over the past few weeks have really allowed our students to settle into school, get back into the routines, and really ensure that they're ready to conduct some great learning. And so this has been the first full week. It's been brilliant to see children engaging in lots of amazing activities in the foundation stage, and it's only going to get better as the children settle in more and get used to the extended day. I would also like to share with you that we have now started our assemblies across the primary school. The children are not obviously moving into the auditorium, unfortunately, but we're doing these online. So all of our children are coming together online to celebrate learning, to share what the fantastic moments over the week, and also to celebrate our learners of the week that are all linked to our Wet Learner profile. So we've had some amazing certificates handed out for risk-taking, being independent inquirers, and generally settling in really, really well. I'd also like to give a big shout out to some of our new students who have travelled from various countries to settle in Dubai, and the children have settled exceptionally well. For them, it's possibly the most difficult time for them to come to school. They're coming to a new country, a new school, a new way of working, and they have all settled in exceptionally well. And I'd like to thank our teachers and our support staff for really making sure that all of those new students have settled in as well as possible. They are all doing brilliantly. A few updates from me. One of the key things is uniform. I'd like to really reiterate is making sure that all our students are wearing correct uniform, including wearing school shoes, black shoes, not trainers, and also making sure that all of our students are wearing their school ties in Key Stage 2. It's really, really important that we get this right for our uniform. I shared with our teachers a piece of research that was conducted a couple of years ago in the fact that it asked various participants to wear a doctor's coat, or what's been described as a doctor's coat. And to the other participants, it was described as being a painter's coat. And when they were tested on various academic challenges, the people that believed they were wearing a doctor's coat performed twice as well as the participants who were wearing what they believed to be the painter's coat. What they didn't know is the coats were identical and they're actually the same. The people that believed they were in the doctor's coat, because they believed they were dressed more academically and dressed in something that represented intelligence and high performance, will better approach those challenges. And so for us as students, for us as a school and the students who are in there, if they believe and are wearing the uniform that represents being academic and successful, then it can actually have a positive influence on the way that they approach their learning. So it's really important that we get this absolutely right so that children feel part of something special, because they are. They're part of something very special here at the Academy, and we want to make sure that all the children are dressed appropriately for it. So please make sure we're making sure the children are arriving to school with a full uniform. The final thing to talk about is baselines. So our baselines are continuing this week. Again, these are not tests. These are assessments to find out what the children can and can't do. And these will continue into next week as well. For those remote learners, you're being invited to participate in them as well. And it's really important that we get an accurate picture. So the children do those independently. So we get a really accurate picture to make sure that we can tailor all of the learning for the next term and going into the next year as well. We can make sure that all the lessons are really well focused for each individual student. The final thing that I would just like to reiterate is just to make sure that we're arriving to school on time so the children can settle and get ready for their learning. And obviously making sure we're picking up our children on time as well so that they can get out of the heat and into their cars and away home nice and safely. And that's all from me. Thank you very much for your support so far this academic year. We're really into the swing of things now. Our children are settled and ready to learn and ready to make as much progress as possible. And as we move through this year, term, we'll be communicating all this progress with you as and when is appropriate. Have a really good weekend, everybody, and we'll see you again bright and early on Sunday morning. Take care. Bye-bye.